Baby, can you stop the rain from falling? Blowing smoke all in the air. Had to grab her with the high grade. Baby, can you stop? It's your boy 𝐿𝐴𝐾, man. Quick message before the rain starts to pour down. Yep. Clouds are moving. Vibrations are high. Wi-Fi guy. Yeah. Oh, man. So many obstacles when you're building a business, man. So many obstacles when you're building a business that are really not there. They're illusions. You know, you got to fine-tune and find your team that are willing to go the extra mile to build that ecosystem platform that changes the world. It's amazing. It's the grandest, it's the biggest, it's the most colossal, it's the vast way of thinking. It's epic, it's rare, you know. But you gotta go through that process, man. But you gotta build that team, because I can't be around or be a part of one that thinks stuff are impossible, because they're not possible, you know? It is possible. You know, it's always possible. Don't let them ever think that it's not possible, because I know it could be done. And it's just new things that have to be introduced and incorporated into a system or a brand that'll take your brand to the next level, right? And people want to make me feel a way. But look at this. Look. Look at that. I think you should hop on the boat, the train, the jet, the spaceship, the aircraft, the wave. Don't fight the feeling. I seen something, I'm like, yo, they was talking about people being corny, and the cool guys are that are not cool are like, were corny in high school and stuff like that. And I'm always talking about perspective, man. Cause guess what happened now? You're not gonna judge nobody, you feel me? At this point in life, you ain't gonna judge nobody. But you gotta understand that you gotta make sense of things, man. You gotta put things into perspective, right? We live in a society where the people that was doing their work and going to practice and staying out the way were being called corny and lame and shit like that, right? And the guys or the people who were considered to be them guys now look up to those corny guys. And it's just, I guess it's full circle occurrences, or however you may call it, whatever the case may be. And we all been victim of that. We all been victim of that. Because you gotta learn how to like and love people. And you gotta understand them. And if you fall into a perspective or you fall into a certain teaching or a lifestyle, then you're just not gonna understand people. And you're always gonna have something crazy to say. But I like to channel that energy. You know, I like to channel energy and, you know, see the people that were saying that, what they were saying. When I see them, they don't say nothing. And it just be whatever. So, And it's not to be confrontational, but it's like, what's the dialogue about? What are we talking about? Are we talking about business? We ain't talking about business, are we? If we're talking about business, then business will be getting done. And if we're competing, like, what are we competing about? What are you competing about? Show me the mountaintop. I showed you the mountaintop. I was there. I was at the mountaintop. Yeah, I was there. I was chilling. You know, I was getting in tune with nature, just to figure out what the birds and the bees are talking about, right? And what they're talking about is wealth and the ecosystem of how they all work together to create this wealth. Feel me? And how we release the toxins in our bodies and the negativity so that we could illuminate in the existence of where we at the time and why we doing what we doing to make do of what we need as tools to survive in our environment. So you got to have people like myself that speak up and speak on certain topics of, confirmation of these conceptual way of thinking about how to get things done and how to put yourself around people that want to get things done on a certain level, and how to challenge the thinking of those who think a certain way so that you can have a clear way of thinking and a clear path of existing and walking, so that distractions don't really get in the way of what you're doing, right? And it's important to not get caught up, kids, especially kids, in the peanut gallery of why you can't do or obtain certain goals or skill sets. Because they're not teaching us that in school, right? So you have to like go out on your own sometimes and find people who are higher versions of yourself that lead you in the direction of that path, so that you can gain the wisdom of those like-minded individuals that share a common mindset of how you think and how you see things. So it's important to get mentors. It's important to get advice. It's important to go seek out and talk to people. It's important to step to people and say, okay, I see that you're a part of this industry. How can I be of in service or an asset to who you are and what you bring to the table? And here's what I'm bringing to the table. And if we don't share that common table at the moment, where can you lead me to or point me to so that I could get myself prepared and equipped for the lifestyle or realm that I want to be a part of? And it's easy for me because you gotta know what you want. And I always knew what I wanted, you know, and I'm not gonna back out of the plan just because things didn't go right. You feel me? But I will also remove myself from the hindrance of my plan if there isn't progression, right? And sometimes one can't see the progression. So it's for you to go out there and make things happen the way that they need to happen, because what you're bringing to the table hasn't been brought to the table before. So now you have to introduce them to a new tradition of gourmet that they haven't been introduced to. Feel me? You feel me? And if you're truly determined and dedicated to be where you want to be, you'll find ways to heal figure out and solve problems if you're solution based. You feel me? And that's just what it is. You got to be prepared, and you got to prep yourself for what is to come and what is now. And even sometimes when you're not prepared, going to experience knowing that you're not experienced, so you can gain that experience so that you can be of the wise and be of that crowd that has the wisdom to move forward in certain aspects of life. You feel me? And that's just what it is. You have to be a part of that every day, and that mindset. And that mindset is always going to be challenged by your subconscious mind and the people around you, so that you can tap into the unknowns of your characteristics and your nature and who you are truly. So you don't mind knowing the competitiveness of being competitive in an industry that requires sometimes competition and determination and bringing forth nuances and lexicons that keeps the crowd engaged, right? And also know when to disengage so that the crowd doesn't get the best of you. It's just like playing in a basketball game and the crowd is booing, but you're still performing at the highest level of competition. So the amplification of the crowd doesn't really affect one's performance or determination of the goal at hand or the end goal of who you are trying to become. Right? And you'll continue to be progressive even though that there are distractions and there are obstacles, you know, at hand, but it continues to make you more prepped and equipped for what you set out to be and who you are. So going back to the other stuff about like people being judged and people getting called corny and stuff like that, and especially I'm gonna just go to myself because I don't like to speak about other people, but that's for myself. You know what I'm saying? I've been a part of situations where I walk in a room and they say, "You don't look like you know how to play basketball," and I dominate. "You don't look like you know how to rap," and I dominate. "You don't know you look like how to cook," you feel me? And I whip up something special. You don't look like you are intellectual," and then we have a deep conversation. "You don't know, like, you don't know how to put it down," and I'll put it down, you feel me? Legs in the air, shorty, bang, bang, no. You feel me? Right? When we go out, they're like, "Damn, man, I thought you was quiet, but we had a good time and we turned up." You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you got to be reserved and observed just to identify with the situation at hand. You know what I mean? And that's just what it is. You just got to figure out where you belong and where you don't belong, and who you belong to and what you don't belong to. You feel me? And right now I'm in a moment of like researching, seeking, and finding, you know what I mean? And still being still and knowing that I'm active with the actions that I take every day. And it may sound like slick wordplay, but it's just real stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because once you find out how to articulate the vision and speak the words that make you rich and wealthy, then it won't be as of an obstacle or a difficult way, or there won't be any difficulty in expressing the vision or your determination of what you want to get done. And that, my friend, yeah, before it starts to rain, I'm just going to keep this one very simple. It'll be redundant for me to speak about the same things that need to be done. I think on a large scale, the goal of the bigger picture is to take action and to recreate and create versions of society and yourself that is as of service to the community and is healthy for yourself, so that you are able to express your artistic vision and your existence and where you want to be and how you want to do it. Feel me? So as we get wiser and we get younger and we get older at the same time, you're able to purify the mind, purify the body, purify the soul, and purify the clarity in the words that you want to speak. And that's what my platform is all about, the 𝗏𝐷𝐶𝐻𝐿. 𝗏𝐷𝐶𝐻𝐿 is full of products, services, and art that shifts culture. People can use it as a symbol of a mantra that they can look at and visualize and see my lifestyle of where I came from and how I progressed, and also use it as a way to not be afraid to share their creativity. Also, you can sign up to get employment to be a part of the ecosystem and to earn a percentage of sales on the website. And you can also buy nice things for your house and your companies and for your parties and your patios, your backyards. You can buy necessities that you need for everyday life, and it's made in America. Right? We need to say more of that, right? If we're going to be a representative of the country that we originated from, in the land of the free, and originated from in the sense of where I was born, but not really where I was born, because it comes from the extension of different cultures that made up America, the land of the free that was built by different ethnicities and cultures and countries. That's why it's Jazz America, you feel me? And yeah, we're going to express that. We're not going to run away from that, and we're going to embrace the powers that we gain every day, and the abilities that we have to make way and to make do of what we need to make do of, and how to make things happen the way we wanted to make it happen on a large scale, doing what we got to do every single day in the world of creation, keep providing outlooks for people who are blinded or at brick walls of thinking or perception, so that they can break through those barriers and create new ways of thinking circumstances that benefit them, their family, and their kids, and their friends, and the community around them. And as the rain starts to pour, it represents the abundance of dollar bills that's falling on me, like an Afrobeat song. So as I calm down, right, and I wind down and I sit back and relax, right, these are the facts that make the happiness of life. And this is why we thrive to be better every single day at what we do and what we want to do. So once again, it's us TV, Jazz America, late bloomer K, holla at your boy. You already know what it is. Signing off. 𝐷𝐵𝐵𝐵𝐿𝐴. Holla at your boy, Jazz.